back. Welcome to the beginning of the playthrough of Halo 3. The Adventures of Johnny Rings 3. The Quest for Peace. I know that was the subtitle of Superman 4, but The Quest for Peace seems such a great subtitle. I couldn't pass it up. That would have been the one to use for Halo 4. But I have an idea for that. I think for Halo 4, I'm going to do The Adventures of Johnny Rings 4, The Quest for Peace 2. Okay. So we just finished Halo 2, and we're going to do Halo 3. I said I needed a break, but it wasn't even really a break. I just needed the time to make a thumbnail and to actually get Halo 3 installed, which I didn't have. I didn't have it installed, so. But now we're ready to go. I got it all set up. So we're doing Halo 3, pupples. Okay. Let me just adjust the size of my text, and then we can just jump right the fuck into it, boys and girls. Because I know there's some grills in the chat as well, I think. Even though they aren't real. They're here anyway. Like unicorns. Sometimes you just see them. For inexplicable reasons. They just show up. What's the chat saying? LFG? Let's LFG. Let us LFG. Let's fucking LFG. Halo 3, baby. The best campaign. LFGGGGGGG. Let's fucking go, 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 go. Had his tinkle and poured himself another cup of tolerance. You bet your ass I did. John lies to us. What did I lie about? I had just enough time to rewatch my video of my friend and I playing Halo 2 Legendary from 2020. You made a video out of that? That's pretty cool. The worst part about Halo 3 is your invincible AI companions makes no sense. I actually don't remember that being the case. I guess we'll see. The best champagne ever, that's right. How's John gonna play this game with one hand? Oh, because I'm beating off with the other one? Is that it? Cecil the Prophet for $5. Super chats right out the gate. Says, you know, Chief is crashing out right now. I don't know what you're referring to. The in-game Chief? So he's on the Forerunner ship, and he's now approaching Earth's orbit. And I believe he lands on Earth, and that's the first mission. Sergeant Johnson and the others, they find him in the jungle. And he looks kind of fucked up. Like his armor is locked up in some weird pose, and then Johnson thinks he's dead, but then he's actually not dead. When was the last time you played this one? Oh, fucking years ago, dude. I remember it better than I remember Halo 2. So I kind of know what to expect for the most part, but there's going to be some surprises, certainly. Let's just jump right into it. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for tuning in again. We won't go too long for this one, because I got to get to bed at a somewhat reasonable hour, at least, so I can do my show tomorrow. I'm going on somebody else's show. But we can do this for a couple hours at least. So, and I'm quite happy to. Looking forward to this. So, We'll switch it to gamer mode, epic ancient gamer mode. We'll turn computer audio on. Turn my volume up on my headset. And you know what time it is? Our cringe little tech test. So if you could please type the number 6 in the chat. If you can look, if you can see and hear me and the game. Please. Can you hear the video game music? Good. Okay, great. We are good to go. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I really appreciate everything. Hope you've been enjoying the streams. Hope you enjoyed the last one, and I hope you're looking forward to this one, because I certainly am. Arrival. Scoring is off. We don't need multiplayer customization. Heroic difficulty. We will turn on I Would Have Been Your Daddy, if there is one in this game. Yeah, that's the only one I want. So that's on. And then we can get started. Why waste time? We've got a planet to save. We've got a universe to save, goddammit.
They let me pick. Did I ever tell you that? Choose whichever Spartan I wanted. You know me. I did my research, watched as you became the soldier we needed you to be. Like the others, you were strong and swift and brave.
It's a really nice opening monologue here from Cortana.
Something they didn't. Something no one saw but me.
Because when we last saw Cortana with Gravemind, her allegiances at this point are questionable. But in contrast with that, it opens on this monologue of Cortana saying, I picked you.
Was I wrong?
There were a lot of candidates, but there was something special about you, Master Chief. And that is sort of Chief's primary goal at this point, right? He left Cortana behind on High Charity. And now Chief, one of the number one things that he is thinking right now, on top of just stopping the Covenant and all that shit, he's thinking, I have to get Cortana back. That's a primary directive.
2 kilometers, easy.
For
Stay
him.
sharp.
It's not a UNSC order, but that's what he wants to do.
Gorman?
His armor's locked up. Gel layer could have taken most of the impact. I don't know, Sergeant Major.
Meh, I can think of a crap ton of problems with this opening. Well, what's one of them? What's the biggest one? I'm actually curious.
Radio for Vito. Heavy lift gear. We're not leaving him here.
Yeah, you're not.
Oh, crazy fool.
That's
Why do you
good
always
shit.
jump? One of these days,
Sarge
you're gonna
actually
land on
thinks he's
something
dead.
stubborn as you are.
But
And
while
I'll
he
do
thinks
bits
Chief
and
is dead,
pieces.
he's willing to... He wants to give him a
Gracious.
dignified send-off. But Chief is just like, fuck you, dude. I'm not dead yet.
Don't make a girl a promise if you know you can't keep it.
See that little beat right there? That makes it clear. Like, Chief needs to get
Make it quick.
Cortana back. That's a huge
Sorry,
thing
sir.
for him right now.
Your armor's still in partial lockdown.
Pete, wait! The Arbiter's with us! Come on now. We've got enough to worry about without you two trying to kill each other.
Were it so.
And it makes sense that Arbiter's there. Because last we saw Arbiter, he was working with Sarge to stop
You
Tartarus.
must love the smell of heroes.
Hi, John. Hello. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, everybody.
First squad, you're my scouts. Move out, quiet as you can.
Wow, this already feels different. I think the weapons in relation to the frame within the 16:9 frame, the weapons are much lower and the reticule is center. I think in Halo 2 they lowered the reticule to like sort of, it was offset from the center, like lower on the y-axis.
Bravo
But now
team, this is Johnson.
they sort of
Got it.
reverted that decision
Fall
with
back
Halo
to the
3.
extraction point. Over.
Roger that. Reynolds out.
That sounded close.
The distant roars of Alamau dinosaurs. Are we on we're on planet Earth, aren't we? Pretty sure we are.
Say again, Gunny, you're breaking up.
Sergeant Major.
I love that initial conflict between Arbiter and Chief as well. I mean, they last saw each other in front of Gravemind,
Meet back at the LZ.
and then
Chief, go with the army. Head toward the river.
the first thing Chief does when he sees him again is he sticks a fucking gun in his mouth. But then they end up being they end up partnering up later in the game. It's well done. Well, I can't climb up there.
Up ahead. Single group, lost backup.
Where else would they be? Alright, dude. Fuck. I was just clarifying that it was planet Earth, because I couldn't remember.
Chief. If the brutes do have our scent, those boys are in a lot of trouble.
Because it doesn't need an anniversary. Oh, I guess, people are asking why we didn't get a Halo 3 anniversary. You have to keep in mind, Halo 2, remember, was original Xbox. Halo 3 was Xbox 360. So there is a generational gap there that is probably factoring into the fact that we don't have a Halo 3 anniversary yet, right? Because they probably just didn't feel the need that there wasn't enough of a gap in the graphical fidelity to warrant a anniversary edition for this game, right? I mean, I think it still looks really good. So, I'm not sore about the fact that there's not an anniversary edition for Halo 3. Although it would be nice if we had Halo 3 like blur remastered cutscenes. That would be cool. But honestly, it's not a big deal to me. I think it's fine.
We won this one. Havana.
The period you have to wait for your shield to recharge is lessened a little bit. You think I would remember this crap, but I actually forget a bunch of these little details. And so R3 is now just like binoculars. You can't like scope 2 times in with the pistol, for instance, you know what I mean? Like it's just binocular vision. Interesting change. I kind of liked being able to have the weapon scoped in further, to be honest. But I can work with this. I mean, there are exceptions, right? The sniper rifle would operate the same. I guess Halo 2 was similar in that way with some weapons as well. Maybe even the pistol. I just didn't use the pistol barely ever in Halo 2 because they really nerfed it down from the Halo 1 version.
Hold your line! They're charging! Good work, mate. These brutes are tough.
When we are victorious, all who serve the prophets will be punished.
Michael J for $5 says, do you prefer the reticles centered or lowered? You can change it in the settings if you want. Really? I didn't know that. Oh, I do remember that actually. I think that might have been something the Master Chief Collection threw in exclusively. I'm actually okay with it being centered, to be honest. I think that's what I'm used to with Halo 3, so I think I'll just keep it the way it is. Thanks for saying that, though. I appreciate the reminder. Thank you, Michael J. Appreciate your super chat there, man. Okay, where are we going? I guess I have to follow wherever Arbiter went. Okay, I must be missing something. Oh, there? Here's where we're supposed to go. Oops.
Jackals, on the ridge. Looks like they got carbines.
I like that they brought back the Halo 1 Magnum, but the drawback now is that you can't scope in. I think that's actually a pretty good way of nerfing it, while also preserving the initial power of the Magnum from the first game. Maybe not exactly, but it's probably stronger than the pistol from Halo 2. Which, like I said before, I think behaves more like a 9mm than it does a pistol with Magnum rounds loaded into it.
Pelicans are en route, Chief, but I can't raise Bravo. If you find them, get them to the extraction point.
I think he might have missed that super chat. Did I miss the super chat already? Christ's sake. Sorry, guys. Oh, sorry. Mr. Bad Guy for $9.99 says the game suggests that Cortana chose Chief. However, Halo Reach suggests that the first time Chief met her was the beginning of Combat Evolved. That contradicts Halo 3, lol. Halo lore is all over the place, lol. Lots of lols. There's a couple lols in there. Halo Reach suggests that the first time Chief met her was the beginning of Combat Evolved. Yeah, well, they didn't think it through. I mean, I just look at these on a game-by-game basis, you know? They should have been a little more attentive to that, but... I don't know, there's flaws like that I'm okay with, you know, existing. That doesn't bother me too much. I can see that bothering some people who expect an absolute adherence to continuity, but ideally they should have paid attention to that. Oh man, that guy's beating the shit out of that human guy. I think the reason for it is that when they made Halo 3, they weren't expecting at the time to make Halo Reach. And then I can see at the time where Halo Reach becomes a serious thing that they're actually going to develop, then they gotta start thinking like, fuck, like, we established this thing in Halo 3, and we really want to do this thing in Halo Reach that works, but it contradicts the thing that we previously established. Like, if we do just this little slip, are people going to notice? Like, shit like that honestly doesn't bother me. But I can understand how that can vary from person to person. It's just, it's not a thing that bothers me personally. Because I understand it. I understand the reasoning, you know? Fuck. Nah, dude. I fucked up here. Oh, maybe not. I thought I was gonna die there. I thought I was surrounded. I don't think they expected to be doing Halo Reach. That's why I'm okay with it. But by the time they started developing Halo Reach, it's just like, okay, we're doing a prequel now. Like, how do we set this up so it feeds directly into Combat Evolved? And then they thought like, oh fuck, we really want to do this thing, but we had this one line of dialogue in Halo 3 that fucks it up. And it's just like, I'm willing to forgive shit like that.
Unworthy of my blades.
Did I get all the super chats there? I think I'm caught up now. Yeah, sorry I missed it, guys. Sometimes it happens sometimes, but I'll eventually get to it. Thanks, everybody.
Could you sacrifice me to complete your mission? Could you watch me die?
Interesting shit happening there. So, like, obviously Cortana at this point is divorced from Chief. Like, she is literally, she's out of his head. Because he plugged the module into the Covenant ship terminal, right? So right now, Cortana is talking with Gravemind, telling him all kinds of things. Whether they're lies or the truth is unclear at this point. The only thing you're left with at the end of Halo 2 is that Cortana is talking to Gravemind, and she may be telling him things that compromise the Humans campaign or the Covenant's campaign. You don't know either way, right? But here, Cortana is not present, but Chief is seeing her anyway because he feels guilty for leaving her behind, right? So these visions, I think, are a manifestation of his guilt. Him being a super soldier in the Spartan program, he is not prepared to deal with these kinds of emotions, right? So there's actually some weight there. Like you kind of understand, at least I do, that he would be feeling these kind of fucked up feelings based on something like that. Because I think he's just purely trained in terms of combat. He doesn't know how to deal with something like
Pelicans are at the river. We got company, so hustle up.
leaving someone behind who you felt like you were in a relationship with. Because if you listen to the dialogue in Halo 2 between Chief and Cortana, it's almost like they're a married couple, you know? So now she's gone, and it's because of him. And he doesn't know how to deal with that.
Hold on, got a contact. Matches, fast to move.
Break off, now!
Come here.
Watch yourself! Close the thruster, hang on! Get a hold of her! Negative, we're going down!
Rip that Pelican. I think that Pelican did a full-on flip. I'm not quite sure. I don't think I saw it entirely, but it kind of looked that way. Oh yeah, we got armor abilities this time around, which is mapped to... I don't know which button. X. It's the X button. So armor abilities were an interesting addition to the game, especially in multiplayer, which I think received some positive and some negative feedback. Not everyone was happy with it. I think it depends on what the armor ability is, not just the introduction of armor abilities broadly. Like, I remember Armor Lock pissed a lot of people off. But shit like the Bubble Shield, I think, was welcome. And sprinting. I think sprinting was in this. Maybe not. I honestly can't remember. If sprinting is in Halo 3, it probably wasn't in the campaign. Maybe in multiplayer, but maybe not. It wasn't in the game at all. Oh, okay, fair enough. I don't remember everything. But this Halo 3 was the introduction of armor abilities, and then Halo 3 expanded on that. And one of the things they added was the sprint function. I'm much more familiar with the mechanics, not the campaign, but the broad mechanics of Halo Reach, obviously, because that's what I used to make all my movies, right? So I am very familiar with the multiplayer mode in Halo Reach. Embarrassingly so. Oh, shit.
Banshees will return. Hurry! Back into the jungle.
In Reach, everyone got mad. In 3, nobody cared much. Oh, okay, fair enough. Because I can't remember if Armor Lock was in Halo 3. I remember Armor Lock was the big piss-off. Or the biggest one, at least. Can I get that sniper, maybe? Oh, shit. Who's shooting me?
Come on, you dumb apes!
Oh, that's not a sniper rifle. Huh? No, fuck. God, I'm out of ammo on this already. Got no ammo left in anything. So we're doing the needler. We're rocking the needler for a while. Did they keep dual wielding in this? I honestly can't remember. I don't think they did. I wonder why they would take that out. I guess it was just like multiplayer balancing issues. And if they were taking it out of multiplayer, it made more sense to not include it in campaign either. It's too bad, because I thought that was actually a really cool addition in Halo 2. You can only dual wield certain weapons. Oh shit.
You gotta catch him.
Job showing us his gamer posture. I'm just sitting. Is this a gamer posture? I guess this is the meme gamer posture, right? It's just like you don't give a shit. And then when you're serious gamer, you're like this. Sarah XC for $10 says, what do you think grunts would taste and what texture? What do I think grunts would taste like? I assume is what you meant to write. I have no idea, dude. I mean, they probably, well, I guess there are different species than the grunts and the elites, right? So, I don't know. I just picture them just sort of fleshy and sinewy and bloody like human beings, I guess. Or maybe they taste like Starburst. Who knows? Thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you, Mr. Bad Guy. Thank you, everybody. Fuck, dude. Can we get some guns? Some different guns? Guess that'll do. Oh. My battle rifle at least had some bullets in it. Damn, I thought I had to aim higher with this, but I guess I don't. The reticule and the projectile are actually much more aligned with this version of the Brute grenade launcher. The brute launcher, whatever it's called. Thanks, Arbiter. I guess you A-Lamaus aren't so lame and stupid after all. I guess you guys are pretty cool sometimes. Oh yeah, we got grunt suicide bombers. I don't think those were in the second one. Ugh, shit. You have taught me a valuable lesson, Arbiter. You have taught me that A-Lamaus are not all completely lame and stupid. Perhaps some A-Lamaus, like you, are kinda cool. That's Master Chief's arc throughout the game.
Unworthy of my blades.
Quid pro quo.
See how they bait their trap? I will help you spring it.
Arbiter's smarter than the average A-Lamau. Let's do some chat, since we got a little cutscene there. Wasn't Halo 3 originally lowered? Maybe it was. Halo 3 OG was lowered. Huh. And so Halo 3 changed it. Or Master Chief Collection, the version in that game, changed it. Lowered for widescreen? Words cannot convey the disastrous consequences that 16x9 has wrought upon society, said Ted Bundy. Somehow I doubt that Ted Bundy said that. 16x9 was the right move, I think. I think we needed that widescreen, especially for movies. And I think it really fits for games as well. This channel was always there for me when I always had nothing. Jesus, well, I'm glad I made this channel then. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoy everything. I mean, I like making everything that I upload to it. John, turn off the Xbox now. Just 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. Did you know you could save the Marine if you kill the brute fast enough? Oh, well. Shit. Too late now. I didn't know that, though. This game is definitely going to be way easier for John, which is good because Halo 2 is way too hard. Well, I did Halo 2 on Heroic. We got through it. Excuse me. Reach, I also believe, was being made during the same time that Destiny was in the works. So the workload could have made them miss stuff like that. Yeah, possibly. I didn't know that they were making Destiny at the same time. That's interesting. Because I would have thought that once they went over to Activision, as Bungie did, I believe, for Destiny, that it's like once you're on Activision time, then it's like you're not doing any of your previous stuff. It's like you work for us, you are only doing our stuff. So I would have figured there was a firm line between Reach and Destiny. But I guess not. I guess the efforts on both those games were stacking, which is interesting. I didn't know that. It's because at the time Halo The Fall of Reach established that Chief met Cortana on Reach. Yeah, I guess they fucked up there, but I don't think it's a huge deal. Yeah, like the inner dialogue during the Cortana level is Dr. Halsey's first meeting with John, not an interaction between him and Cortana. Interesting. The Cortana level is that's in Halo 3, right? Reach was doo-doo. Reach was doo-doo butt, lore-wise. A last hurrah game-wise, with solid gameplay, but doo-doo butt writing like some of Noble Team being absolute jobbers. I was not aware that Halo Reach lore was in fact doo-doo butt. That is news to me. It's good to know. Michelle Rodriguez living up to her die in everything legend as that pilot. Is she in this game as well? I know she was in Halo 2. I love the subtlety of how Chief is feeling during the game. You can tell that he just doesn't know what to say or what to feel. Feels bad, man. Yeah, I agree. That is deliberately downplayed. That's sort of in the background, where the player is hyper aware of it, I think. But in terms of like mission objectives, it's never really about finding Cortana, but that's Chief's goal as a character, is to find her and reunite with her. Job, it was armor abilities in Halo Reach that divided the fans. Okay, so I guess they added a few armor abilities that maybe they shouldn't have. There's a sniper rifle or two at the crashed Pelican site up ahead in the next area. Okay. I don't know if we passed that already, but I'll keep that in mind if we haven't. Thanks for all the content, John. Content, same thing. Always wraps up an evening so well. You're dope. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoy it. Gecko, that's what made the gameplay even more engaging. Getting to the next story beat to see more cool stuff made you want to play more. The first 3 games did the show don't tell thing very well. Right, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, with like Cortana, like what I was just saying. Well, other than the, I mean, it is showing you the visions that Chief is having of Cortana. Despite the fact that Cortana is obviously not a part of Chief's suit at this point, he's seeing her anyway. So I think that is a manifestation of his guilt. All the sounds of this game make me want to cry. Wish I was a kid again, lol. Yeah, well, there's no going back. Only forward. Does Rooster Teeth never get recon? I'm pretty sure they did. They just didn't show it off in anything. But I did. I made a whole episode about it. Job stealing recon from Rooster Teeth was good in retrospect. We just lacked the Job vision to see what they would become. Unlike Job, he saved recon. I don't know what to say to that. I mean, I think it's just such a shame what happened to Rooster Teeth, but what can you do? Halo 3 and Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter were the first games I got for the 360. I never got into GRAW, Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, but Halo had me hooked. Yeah, I played Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter. I remember that. I wasn't so super thrilled with it. I thought it was okay, but it wasn't really my type of game. there was more of a strategy element, like a team-based strategy element to that game that I don't really like that sort of thing. Some people do, that's fine. It's just not my thing. The first games I got for 360 were Call of Duty 2 and Perfect Dark Zero. And Perfect Dark Zero was a massive disappointment, but Call of Duty 2 I actually really liked. And then I got Gears of War not long after that, I think, and that was great. That sort of revitalized my faith in the console, made me think, oh, maybe I didn't waste my money after all. And then it took a while, but eventually a bunch of good shit came out for the 360, and I was just like, okay, like, good. This was a worthwhile purchase. Halo 3 totally has armor abilities. You have armor and the ability to move it and have shields. Oh, I see. Of course. First they made Halo, then they continued it by making Halo 2. Finally, they concluded it with Halo 3. It's like pottery. It rhymes. Brilliant. Wow. Think of the brilliance of that. Making one game after another and just increasing the number. 2, then 3. It makes perfect sense. But at the same time, it's so astounding that they even conceived that. Some Halo tuber tried to say dual wielding was bad. I don't watch Halo tubers anymore. Well, I think there might be an argument for it in the case of balancing. But I mean, I'm not familiar enough with the exact numbers of all of that to make a statement one way or another. I just figure, like, if there is an argument to be made against dual wielding, it would probably be multiplayer balancing. Because if you're going to have it in the campaign, then players would expect it to be in the multiplayer as well, right? So I figured the lack of dual wielding in the campaign is probably due to balancing issues that were encountered in the development of multiplayer when, I guess, dual wielding was initially conceived to be a part of it, and then they decided no, because it just fucks things up too much. I honestly don't know. That's just my rough take on it. Remember when 343 said it was too hard to add dual wielding in the Master Chief Collection because of the workload? Then modders found out it was just a simple box tick before they toggled it in shame. Well, I mean, it can't have been as simple as a box tick. I mean, you got to write that code. But maybe it was as simple as just introducing a Boolean function. You know, where it's just like just a block of code, basically. Where it just takes a day, basically, to write it. You know? And it's just like, if modders can do that, then surely 343 could have done that as well. You know? I mean, the weapon that you're carrying on the right side of the screen, all you have to do is add the same thing, but for the left side. You know? So I'm not saying it's no work is involved, but maybe it probably, I agree that it probably wasn't as hard as 343 tried to make it out to be. And then just map that weapon's functions to the left trigger and override whatever the grenade things is. So then on a broader level in terms of coding, you have to have a Boolean switch, basically, where it's just like, are you dual wielding? If so, the left trigger does the weapon firing function. If not, you throw grenades. Like, it doesn't seem that... I mean, I'm a pretty novice fucking coder. I know how to do it, but, like, I don't know that much about it, but I figured it boils down to basically that. And I think that is pretty achievable for, like, a AAA developer to accomplish. I don't know. You can't dual wield a needler. So there's some weapons you can dual wield, but not a needler. Okay. So I guess they figured the needler was too OP to like have two of them at the same time firing. Which I guess I kind of understand since it fires explosive rounds with a delayed explosion, mind you, but it's still a pretty powerful weapon on its own. John, grab the sniper trifles from the crashed Pelican up ahead on the left at the bottom of the rocks. I can't remember if I passed that already, but if we haven't, I will look out for the Pelican. Because I know you guys think I'm a fucking stupid boomer who can't play this properly, but I think I'm actually pretty okay with the sniper rifle. So if I grab that, we'll be in a good spot. I love how Johnson acts like he's hot shit in the game, but all he ever does is fail and get captured. That's true. Yeah, throughout Halo 2 and 3, he does sort of fall into the role of fucking up and getting captured, and then you gotta go and save him. To be fair, at the end of Halo 2, he does drive the Scarab tank, which is a big help at the very end of that game. I think that sort of remedies that a little bit. You can change the reticle height in the settings back to lowered. I don't know if I want to. Maybe we'll try it out. We'll see what it's like. This game has such a different vibe from Halo 2. Much brighter and more lighthearted and happier. Probably reflected the Bungie employees' attitude since Halo 2 was such a crazy, stressful crunch. You know, that's a good point. That may have factored into it at the very least subconsciously. But I do agree that there is an aesthetic shift between 2 and 3. And 3 does feel like a brighter game in terms of the graphics and the lighting and stuff. Sorry. John, can I please know what you think about Boston Pizza restaurants? I haven't been there in years. The last time I went, it was okay. You can get a sort of mediocre pizza or a spaghetti or whatever. They got a bunch of pasta dishes, and I'm a big pasta fan. Pasta, whatever. I'm not particularly inclined to go there, though. Not a huge fan. Jenkins was a real one for getting that footage for Chief to see before getting dogpiled by the flood. Can we get an F in the chat for Jenkins from Halo 1? F in the chat, please. Have you heard of Johnny Somali getting his ass beat? I think the name is familiar, but I don't know anything about that, so I don't even know who beat his ass. The pilot of Arby and the Chief had over 80,000 likes the last time I remember seeing it. Well, it was one of the videos of all time, so that's hardly surprising. Is this delay 20 minutes? I don't think so. It should only be 20, 30 seconds tops. Because I think I have it set on whatever the medium setting is in terms of YouTube latency. John Graham is, in fact, a fan of Boston Pizza restaurants. I don't think I said that. I said the last time I thought it was okay at best. Bro, he's just catching up on all the chats so far. There's no delay. That's right. I take intervals to catch up on regular chat. Because if I'm constantly looking at chat, then I can't fucking play the game. You know what I mean? Like, I make an exception for super chats while I'm playing. Because then that gives me something to talk about, potentially, while I'm actually playing. But if I'm constantly looking at chat, then I can't focus. So I got it. This is the best format that I've come up with so far. So I hope that's okay. I think it could be funny if you had a way to filter out the brain rot / gooner chats and have Microsoft Sam read those, and for the genuine normal chats, have Microsoft Mike read those, lol. Yeah, well then, in terms of programming, you have to code it in such a way where it can read chats and it can read the intent of those chats. Like that's a hell of a lot of programming involved in that. Like, and that's definitely not something I'm prepared to do. So can't be done, I don't think. Bro, how do you know he orders from Boston? Like, what the hell? Well, it's a Canadian chain, at least in Canada. I don't know if they have it in the US. I don't think so. The reason why Bungie lowered the reticle is because most of the enemies you fight are tall and huge. The scarabs are the best example. Well, do you guys think it's better to lower the reticule or keep it centered like it is? I'm actually curious about that. If you want to give me a little suggestion in chat, I'll definitely consider it. Bunch of F's in the chat for Jenkins, according to my instructions. Thank you very much for that. F for Jenkins, everybody. Thank you. He deserves it. Jenkins was a trooper. John, there was a massive delay. No, I'm just catching up on chats. That's all that's happening. I'm from Vancouver-ish, and I like Boston pizza way more than I should, lol. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's fine. It's just okay. It's not a spectacular... It's sort of a budget place to go and eat out. If you don't want to spend too much, you can get like a pizza or a pasta dish or whatever, and it's fine. It's okay. Job, can I go to bed soon? I want to get up to watch the vroom vroom go fast cars. In what context? Like NASCAR or something? No, you can't go to bed. You have to watch me beat Halo 3, okay? I remember the rumor where someone said that arbing the chief was John's way of confessing to a murder. What the fuck is that? I never heard of that. Keep it legacy. How about that? Nah, centered. Where the reticule is up to you. I mean, I'm honestly not sure. I'm inclined to just keep it the way it is because I don't have a problem. But maybe if it's better to lower it because it somehow plays better in a way that I'm not aware of, then I'm happy to do it. I don't care. Lol, Boston pizza is so expensive, John. Okay, well, like I said, it's been a while since I was last there, so... I mean, I'm sure they've upped their prices considering inflation and everything, because all the restaurants have done that. They've increased the prices of all their menus items by at least a couple dollars, if not a few, or several. $30 for a medium pizza? Yeah, that sounds like a lot. John, if you have no problem looking up on your own, then keep it centered. Yeah, I think I'll just keep it centered then. Y'all remember that scene from Bruce Almighty where all the prayers add up and it takes time to go through each one? Probably a bit like that. It is a bit like that. Doesn't hurt to try lower crosshair. I don't think it's a big deal. I don't really feel inclined to lower it. Does it cost $3.50? Yes, $3.50 exactly. Boston Pizza increased their prices, which led to the Covenant invasion of Earth. Oh, that's why the Covenant came to Earth. Damn you, Boston Pizza! Lower your prices. That's the Covenant. That's the convenient alien race talking. Why do people care about the crosshair? Did I miss something? Lol. Let's get on with it. I agree. Let's fucking get on with it. Thanks for your patience, everybody. I'm just trying to make everyone feel like they belong, you know? I want everyone to feel like their chats matter. I feel like it's worth taking some time to do that. Ah, shit. I knew I should have taken cover. I don't like that getting shot makes you stand up automatically. That really annoys me.
Be careful.
Little people burn!
Aw, fuck off. Fucking hammer. Fucking douchebag. Sorry, guys.
Excellent. We have killed the demon.
I need a fucking... There were some carbines on a rack on that bridge, but, I need to get to that. Whatever, the Covenant weapons crate had a bunch of carbines in it.
Stop that now.
Okay, I gotta stop playing like a fucking horse's ass. New tactic. Gotta switch tack. I didn't even see that grenade coming. Come on, dude. Can't you just miss one? You had to nail me on both, did you? I don't have any sniper weapons. Oh, now I got a carbine. I don't know where that came from, but we'll take it. It's kind of creepy, actually, how I just got a carbine there. I don't even know how that happened. Oh, I think That's not the Arbiter, is it? No, it can't be. Oh, so that's what that user meant about the invincible AI. Because, like, Arbiter can't die, right? Like, that's a canon event that cannot occur, if that makes sense. Like, he's got plot armor, is a better way of putting it. Arbiter cannot die. Let me guess, back into that fucking cave entrance. Yep, thanks a lot, game, you fucking cunt. Cool. Embarrassing. I want Arbiter's carbine. Since he isn't fucking smart enough to shoot... I can't even take his carbine. Alright, well, I got one anyway.
You're going down, big guy!
Stop fucking moving, you asshole. He's constantly sidestepping like that he's like he's fucking Michael Jackson. Okay, we got a checkpoint. Thank fuck for that. We'll keep our carbine because I know there's some ammo up ahead. Sarah XC for $5 says, remember to use your nades. Yes, I should remember that. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm not a good multitasker. There's a lot of I get focused on one thing and then I forget all the other things. I'm very single track minded in that way. But I will keep that in mind. Thank you, Sarah. I got one bullet left. Fuck off.
Now I see it.
I gotta get more guns. Oh, I didn't know there was two of them. Ah! I thought I was dead there for sure. Not dead yet. Not dead yet. Not dead yet. Still alive. Still alive. Still alive. God, this guy's pissed off. Okay, I got him. Fucking Christ. It's hopeless, guys. Give me a break. I got through it, okay? I'm saving my grenades for crowds. Cecil the Prophet for $5 says the key is to not die and to kill them instead. That's how you beat Halo 3. Oh. Oh. I had it all wrong. Thank you, Cecil. I have seen the light. Now I understand what I'm supposed to do. Thank you very much, Cecil, for the super chat and the hot pro gamer tip. Thank you. Thought he was gonna die sometime tomorrow. Okay. 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 Oh, not okay. What are you running towards me for? Go kick their ass. You're the one who's fucking invincible. You douche.
They're gonna kill him! Mother, no!
Okay, we got a checkpoint, boys and girls.
I have you! So much for the Mark Demon.
Is anything up that ladder? No, just a bunch of dead Alamals and weapons. Weapons. Hey, where's my carbine? Keeps switching out weapons for the wrong one. With the wrong one.
This isn't as fun as it looks. Cut the power. Let me out of here. We're even. Long as we're only...
Stop getting captured, you idiot.
Kilo 2-3, what's your ETA?
Imminent, Sergeant. Find some cover. Got a clear path.
Roger that, Hocus. Friendly gunship coming in hot.
Phantom inbound!
Stay alive. Here we go. Waves of enemies. Wave 1. I'm not wasting my ammo on that phantom. What the fuck is that guy doing? There must be something I can do here. There's some kind of turret or something. I mean, if that phantom is just gonna fucking hang out.
See him. Stand by. Calling loud. Everyone down.
Oh, there we go.
Transform Phantom.
Okay, now kill the other one. Thank you. I guess we're supposed to go over there? Shit.
I said shotgun!
Michael J for $2 is glad to see Assault Riflol is back.
Contact
Yes.
Pelican dropship, Kilo
Indeed.
23, over.
Roger that. What's the word, Kilo 23?
Sierra 117 on board.
Actually, totally forgot that they dropped it from Halo 2.
Come on down.
Because they favored the SMG instead. As a dual-wieldable weapon. Dual-wieldable weapon. Can barely fucking talk.
Sorry for the tight squeeze. Tell the commander her ace is in the hole.
Check it out. No way.
Look. It's Mustard Chef.
Man, he's here. We're gonna be
He cooks with real mustard as an ingredient.
I'll bet. It's good to see you, Chief.
Likewise, ma'am.
Let's get you up to speed. The Prophet of Truth's ships breached the lunar perimeter, smashed what was left of the home fleet. Terrestrial casualties from the subsequent bombardment were extreme. Truth could have landed anywhere, but he committed all his forces here.
I like how Arbiter is observing all of this. Like all the wounded human soldiers, Arbiter is looking at this and thinking like, fuck, this is like us. There's really no difference.
Only temporarily.
This
Now
is
the
like
Prophet
my
is
wounded
looking for
soldiers.
something called
Like
Arc,
on my side.
where he'll be able to fire all the Halo rings. If he succeeds, humanity, the Covenant, every sentient being in the galaxy.
The rings will kill us all.
Ma'am, I have Lord Hood.
Patch him through.
Good news, Commander Keyes?
Good as it gets, sir.
So I see. What's your status, son?
Green, sir.
Glad to hear it. Commander's come up with a good plan, but without you, I wasn't sure we could pull it off.
Truth's ships are clustered above the excavation site, and his infantry has deployed anti-aircraft batteries around the perimeter. But if we neutralize one of the batteries, punch a hole in Truth's defenses...
I'll initiate a low-level strike. Hit him right where it hurts. I only have a handful of ships, Master Chief. It's a big risk, but I'm confident...
Hell, not again.
Emergency generators, now!
Shielding failed. They're down and charging.
As soon as they're up, re-establish contact with Lord Hood. Let him know...
All of you vermin, cowering in the dirt, thinking, what, I wonder, that you might escape the coming fire? No, your world will burn until its surface is but glass, and not even your demon will live to creep, blackened from its hole to mar the reflection.
I love that Arbiter is here to see all this. Like he is now viewing the prophets firmly from the human perspective, where it's just like, fuck, I get it now. Like this is all this fighting is stupid.
Cocky bastard just loves to run his mouth.
Does he usually mention me?
Give the order, we're closing shop.
Ma'am?
We're about to get hit.
All personnel.
The wounded.
Fix code Alpha
We're
1,
getting all of them
prepare for
out.
Immediate evacuation.
I'll have to carry him myself.
Ma'am, squad leaders are requesting a rally point. Where should they go?
To war.
That's a little bit lame, but
We just
whatever.
lost the perimeter cameras.
There's enough good shit in that cutscene that
Down or we're not receiving.
it's
Can't
fine.
tell.
I gotta call it a night, boys and girls. I'm sorry. I'm tired enough now that I feel like I'm playing like shit and talking a bunch of shit. I feel like I don't have the cognition to do this properly anymore. I tried. But we will wrap up chat, okay? We'll wrap up chat before we go. We'll pick up the game next weekend. Let's go to webcam mode to turn off the audio. Let's try and catch up on chat. Where were we before? Where did we leave off? John, you got to beat the whole campaign tonight or I'll fail No Nut November. Wait. Hold on. If you're saying that if I beat the campaign, you will come. If I don't beat the campaign, you'll fail No Not November and you will come. If I beat the game, you won't come. Why would you come if I failed the game? Kind of makes you We love you, Jobbert. Thank you for taking the time to do that. I assume that is catching up with all the chat. I have no problem doing that. I'm happy to. I find the gameplay sections really break up the chat stream. These are fundamentally gaming streams. That is intended to be the primary component, but I guess I can see how you would look at it that way. I do wish Chief would just ragdoll when shit. Spartans in 3 are super springy and spongy when they die. Well, I don't think it's just Spartans. I think it's ragdolls broadly. Because I think in terms of ragdolling and all the physical properties associated with each limb and portions of limbs, all the weight and all the ragdoll, the Havoc engine properties are the same across all the different bodies. I could be wrong about that because I can imagine the brute limbs weighing more and the physics of those are calculated a little bit differently. But I think it's all the same, like no matter what the corpse is. It's all in his head. We aren't real, and John is just talking to a wall and pretends to play video games. Oh. The best way to play Halo 3 campaign is to be 13 years old in 2007 and playing online with your friends from school. Don't remind me of that. That makes me sad. It reminds me that I can't go back and just be in grade school again, coming home from school and playing video games. And not having a care in the world beyond that. Does your back hurt yet, old man, bad man? No, my back is actually pretty good. Soon John will have his own moment where God will appear to him also as John, like in the finale episode, and will explain that to him. Whatever that was, the message was retracted, so I don't know. No, turn off the Xbox now. Just 5 more minutes, though. Just 5 more minutes. No, I actually do want to lie down, because I got to get up early tomorrow. Somewhat early. Early for me. I'll say that much. Arbiter just kills everything for you and never dies, so what's even the point? Who thought Invincible Companions was a good idea? Yeah, well, if you have Arbiter as your companion, you can't have him die in the game. You just can't. I mean, maybe you could do some bullshit where if he takes enough damage, he just, like, goes away or something. I have to retreat, Master Chief. You take care of the rest of all this bullshit. But they're not going to do that. Because then that would make him look like a pussy. So, I'm alright with it. Because I understand the narrative purpose that Arbiter is there. I understand if you're going to do that. I get that they would make him invincible. Excuse me. Anyone remember the Halo 3 menu when you could share photos, maps, game modes, and videos? I remember that. Those were the days. Am I right, gamers? I remember playing tons of custom games on Halo 3. Infection, Duck Hunt, Ghostbusters, Fat Man, all that shit was great. Yeah, dude, the Halo 2 and Halo 3 custom game scene was terrific. Even Halo 2, man, it wasn't just Halo 3. Halo 2, you had people making up their own variants that weren't actually built into the game. In a way they were, I guess, but it was like I remember with Halo 2 multiplayer, a big one was Zombies on Foundation. And that was, I think, Infection. No, actually, no. Infection was introduced in Halo 3, and I think it was inspired by the fan-made Zombies on Foundation thing on Halo 2. But in Halo 2, you had to just take what was there and repurpose it into some fan-made sort of thing where all the players agreed to abide by a certain custom rule set. And in one of those cases was Zombies on Foundation, which is a very, like, I think Foundation was based on, what was the map from Halo 1? Wizard? It was just a very close quarters, small, symmetrical map. It was basically just like a diamond shape map with like a bunch of rooms at each end. And a bunch of humans, like you'd have 16 players barricading themselves in one of the rooms. And they'd knock over crates. They'd take advantage of Halo 2's Havoc, the implementation of the Havoc physics engine to dynamically knock over crates and block the doorway. And then you'd have one player starting off as the zombie who'd try to get through, and eventually they'd hack. Because the zombies, they have swords to attack, right? So they'd kill one player, and then all of a sudden there's 2 zombies, and then 3, then 4. And they would slowly pick away at the humans who were just trying to hold up in the room for as long as they could. And I think the time limit was often deactivated for those game types. But it was just cool, you know, just the broad thing of like people making up their own game types in lieu of what wasn't there, but they wish was there. And it's just like, okay, we're going to use this sort of built-in game type, but we're going to do our own thing. But we all have to agree, like, this is how we're going to play this. This is like a sort of zombies thing that we're doing. Shit like that, man, in Halo 2 was great. And then Halo 3 sort of was, I think Bungie was aware of that shit going on, and they considered that with Halo 3, and then they added all these fucking features that you could do. Like, you could configure Halo 3 multiplayer matches very extensively. Like, they let you, like, configure everything down to very minute details, which was really cool. It was one of the best things about it, is the amount of customization you could do in multiplayer. Anyway, that was my TED Talk on Halo 2 and Halo 3 multiplayer. You're welcome. All right, I'm gonna have to sleep for work. I just stopped by to interact with Job and the chat a bit more. Love you, Kissy Face, Job, and Gooners and Goonettes. See you all in the next one. I will see you guys next weekend. Okay, I need tomorrow to work on my own shit and get some other stuff done. But I hope you enjoyed all the streams this weekend. And I deeply appreciate all the contributions. You legend, my friend and I used to live and breathe your videos. Haha. You're very welcome to them. I was happy to make them. These graphics suck. What is this, the N64? Not quite. It was 360 era graphics. I think they look pretty good. Come on, John. Let's become Halo 3 together. We will become Halo 3, but not this weekend. It's probably going to take a few weeks at least, or a couple weeks at least. There's actually a fewer amount of missions in Halo 3 than there is in Halo 2, but it might take us longer to finish the Halo 3 missions. I'm not quite sure. I can't remember just how long this campaign is, but it's going to take us a couple weekends at least to get through this. But that's okay, right? Well, you saved your nades and the game is over. Yeah, I mean, I guess I should use them more, even against singular enemies. I keep trying to save them for crowds, and then I encounter a crowd of enemies, and then I forget to use them. I'm sorry, okay? I try to remember, but it just floats out of my brain, okay? I get fixated on using my rifles instead. You can shoot the weapons off phantoms. Okay. Try to keep that in mind. I mean, that is a big plus, right? If you can't take out the whole phantom, but you can at least take out one of their guns or all of their guns with a few shots from your rifles or whatever. That's really useful because at least, I mean, they can't attack you. That's a huge thing. Halo 5, the divorce is finalized. Halo 5, the last brain cell. Halo 4, the quest for more money. Halo 3, Revenge of the Halos. Halo 3, Reach Around 2. Oh, we're at that phase of the chat, are we? Where people are just coming up with custom titles for things? It's that time, you guys. Halo 7, The Last Kidney Stone. Arbiter is probably thinking of all the humans he killed over the years. Yeah, that's true. That's probably an aspect of his thinking when he's in the corridor looking at all the injured soldiers in the human base that they're at right now. All the wounded. It's just like, fuck, I contributed to this. You know? I probably laid out a few soldiers where other soldiers had to tend to them to make them stay alive, and it's like, that's my fault. Like, Arbiter is going through some shit here. Like, he has a great amount of character development, which I really think is cool. I really like his character. I like the to war line. People just have to find something to bitch at. I think she nails it. It's okay. When you say to war to a bunch of soldiers who are already fully aware that they are at war and have been at war for some time, that just comes off as a little bit cringe to me, personally. You know? They all know they're at war. So why is she saying that? Like, it doesn't work for me. Rose Graham for £2 says Master Chief loves his domestic assault rifle. Is the word domestic in there? I think it's just assault rifle. Maybe it's domestic assault rifle. I can't remember. Thank you very much, Rose Graham. Holy shit, the Prophet of Truth is on CNN. Oh, that was CNN? That channel? Damn, CNN will do anything for ratings these days, including broadcasting the Prophet of Truth. Dumbest line in the series. Yeah, I'm not a fan. The dramatic change in Truth's voice actor when my friend heard it, I literally thought it was another prophet. Yeah, that's a little bit... I mean, if it weren't for the fact that I think that character gets referred to explicitly as Truth, the Prophet of Truth, and so it's just like, oh, okay, so it's a different voice actor. I mean, I get that sort of thing where you got to change the voice actor sometimes. I mean, I've had that thing in my own show, so I get it. You know, sometimes you just have to work your way around it. It's not a big deal to me. I don't mind it. Mustard Chef brought his famous mustard to make the convenience store Allen's a giant sandwich. That's the key to defeating the convenient is making a giant sandwich. That's why you need Mustard Chef. He's the only one who can do it. Thanks for staying a little longer for us, John. Hey, I'm happy to do it. No problem. John, when was the last time you washed your pillows and bed sheets? I think about a month ago. Wasn't that long. I sleep on top of everything anyway. The only thing I gotta wash is my top layer and like my quilt and the pillowcases. But even then, I know bacteria can build up and all that shit, but it's just not something I'm super concerned about. But I do wash them from time to time. Obviously, the arrangements have already been made, or else she wouldn't have just said to war. It's not that deep. I'm not quite sure what you mean, but I mean, if people think it's fine or not, I mean, whatever. It doesn't. I don't think it works. I would rather that line wasn't there. Do not ask about specifics. Just know I will fail if you do not complete the campaign tonight. Sorry, dude. I can't do it. I gotta go to bed. Sorry to make you lose No Nut November. As soon as I end the stream, Matt is gonna be like, oh, I'm cooming. I lost No Nut November. Oh, damn you, John. Sorry, dude. Sorry, bro. It's how it goes sometimes. John should leave the stream on overnight as one big chat room for all of his super loyal fans. You guys aren't gonna stick around. You guys are gonna go to bed as well. Come on. Hi, John. Are you big into Sonic these days? I see the shirt in your thumbnails. I think it's very cool to see Sonic have kind of a renaissance right now. And it feels great to be a fan. I wasn't for a while, but some good shit has been coming out relatively recently. And then we have the Sonic 3, the movie. And just all three of the Sonic movies. You know, 1, 2, and 3, which I have enjoyed 1 and 2 so far, and I'm really looking forward to 3 coming out in theaters in December. So, I think in a film sense, at least, Sonic is making a comeback, which I'm really happy about because I'm a super, like, I grew up playing Sonic. Like, Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles were some of my first and favorite games ever. So, it's very nice to see the character make a comeback in the cinema realm, which I never thought would happen in a million years. But the director, Jeff Fowler, I think has found a way to pull it off. And I'm looking forward to it, man. There's been a string of games after Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 that I just wasn't impressed with. But there's been 1 or 2 games that have been like, okay, I can see, like, there's some cool shit here. But nothing that really grabbed me in the way that the old Genesis games did. The movies in particular, though, really sort of invigorated my faith in the character and an appreciation for other people's appreciation of the character. Because I felt like the games weren't doing it for so long. Because I felt like Sonic for a while, like a decade, had an identity crisis with like Sonic and the Black Knight and the werewolf game. And it's just like, what are we doing anymore? Sonic Mania, I thought was really good. That was the best thing I've seen recently. Relatively recently. I'm really looking forward to the 3rd film. Yeah. Fun fact, if you play Halo 3's campaign on co-op with Arbiter in every mission, the missions you usually play solo now have cutscenes that show the Arbiter in them when normally he wouldn't be present. That's interesting. That's a nice little detail. I didn't know that. Halo 2 was released on November 9th, 2004, almost 20 years ago. Feel old yet? Yeah, I remember the release date. It's... Time flies, man. Where was I? I lost my spot. You guys made me lose my spot, you guys. Grr. Sorry, I lost my spot and I just found it now. What makes me feel more old than anything is knowing that current high schoolers weren't even alive when Halo 3 came out. That does make me feel old, yeah. Master Chief, what is that? Cortana. That is a Halo 3 ring trademark, copyright registered, brought to you by Mountain Dew. Yeah, I think that's dialogue straight out of the game. Can't believe you remembered that. An elite and a Spartan working together in Halo 3 was mind-blowing at the time. Back then in gaming, the enemy was always the enemy, and nothing about that changed. Yeah, I always really appreciated that about Halo. I liked that it decided with its sequel, with its first sequel, decided to take the aliens and make them a playable character and then flesh them out completely. And you see their political system, you see their hierarchy, and then it produces somebody like the Arbiter who is capable of making friends with Master Chief, and then they have a broader goal of like putting an end to the conflict and stopping the greater threat, which is the Flood, which is the weaponization of Halo. Like, it's really great stuff. John, what do you think about video game characters that say, this isn't a game, you know? You think this is a game? Yes, they're great. I love it when that happens. Because it's just like, we're playing a game. I see what you did there. Actman made fun of that line in his Halo 3 review, to war. No, seriously, where should the troops go? We're running a goddamn war here. Yeah, it's a dumb line. It doesn't work. When is Halo 3 Anniversary Edition going to be a thing? I don't think it will be, because I think the reason they remastered 1 and 2 the way they did was because they were on previous, like, multiple, those are both multiple generations back. I mean, so is 360 technically now, but 360, I think, is a stage where the fidelity was high enough where they might feel like they don't need to do a remaster of Halo 3, which I kind of get, because I think this looks fine. If you were to do a remaster of this, sure, there would be some improvement, but not to the degree between Halo 2 original and Halo 2 remastered. You know, because there was quite a jump between Halo 2 or original Xbox and Xbox 360 in terms of fidelity. Halo 3 Tokyo Drift Revenge of the Goldmember 3. Yes. That was the initial title before they changed it at the last minute. They decided, you know what, let's just call it Halo 3. Did he say he sleeps on top of his quilt? Yes, I did. You want to fight me about it? Come on over here, let's fight. I like physical media, but it's a pain when you have to move. For that reason, I like digital a lot more. Oh no, you have to move. You are joking, right? Also, you can fit all seasons of modern TV on a hard drive, whereas it might not be out for Blu-ray. Yeah, well, if it's not released on physical, that's another matter entirely, right? Ideally, you want stuff released on physical so you can experience it on that medium. If there's no other way to access it, yeah, that sucks. You should give Sonic Heroes another chance. The gameplay is just as good as Sonic Adventure 2, one of the last Sonic games that retained that old school 3D gameplay feeling. I don't know, something about the aesthetic of that game doesn't really jive with me. But maybe. I am praying the Sonic 3 movie is good and does Shadow justice. I remember first discovering Shadow as a child many years ago, and I've been obsessed ever since. Yeah, I was a big fan of Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, and I'm looking forward to the third movie, to be honest. John growing up being a fan of Sonic and creating his own universe with copyrighted characters. John is Chris Chan. That's quite a leap, I'm sorry. I am not Chris Chan, okay? Come on. You're just not being charitable there to me at all. I stopped watching the Sonic 2 movie when Eggman started doing the Fortnite dance. I couldn't continue. Did he? I don't think he did. Is that true? I can't remember. I'm sure it wasn't exactly a Fortnite dance. Maybe a dance of some sort. John, how much longer do you plan on live streaming? I notice you go on hiatus sometimes. I'm trying to maintain a weekly schedule. I made an exception for Halloween because it was Halloween. But I try to do, if I have my Fridays and Saturdays open, I'll do a stream. But it's not guaranteed. Like I said in my last production update, it's not guaranteed. There's no set time. But if I have my Friday and Saturday evenings open, I'm open to doing a stream. I'll do it if I can. Sometimes I might be too busy. In which case I'll announce that on X. I'll make an X post. X post on the X platform. Not Twitter, but X. Yes. Where was I? Can't believe Halo 3 was released at the dawn of time. I feel so old. Yeah, I know. I mean, can you believe that the original Halo games came out when Christ was born? I mean, that's such a long time ago. It makes me feel so old. That makes me, what, 2,000 years old now? Time flies. You better look for Randall and find him before the next stream drop. This is not a request. I honestly don't know if I can find him. Because I don't remember at all where he might be. Not even what box he might be stored in. But if I come across him, I'll let you guys know. Before that, Sonic flossed in Sonic 1 after blowing up Eggman's big car thing. Sonic flossed in Sonic 1? Eggman's big car thing. Was that the boss in Green Hill Zone? Can't remember. Alright. We're caught up on chat, everybody. I gotta call it a night. I gotta go to bed and get some sleep. Because I gotta get up early tomorrow for thingy. So, thank you so much, everybody, for participating. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed the game. I enjoyed playing it. Thank you very much for all your participation. Thank you for all the super chats, all the memberships. I really do appreciate every single thing. And I will see you guys probably next weekend. Okay? Thank you very much. See you later. Bye.